Good morning, my dear students. In previous session, we discussed about nominal T method and its ABCD constants. What is a nominal T method? The total impedance split into two parts. Half of impedance present in sending end side, half of impedance present in receiving end side. The total capacitance is in middle of transmission line. But now we discuss nominal pi method. So what is a nominal pi method? So nominal pi method, the total impedance lies in transmission line, middle of transmission line. Half of capacitance is in sending end side, remaining of capacitance is in receiving end side. So this is a configuration. So what are the parameters are there in nominal pi method? IR, load current per phase, R, resistance per phase, XL, inductive reactance per phase, C is equal capacitance per phase, XC is equal capacitive reactance per phase, IC1 and IC2. Two charging currents are there. IC1 is in receiving end side, IC2 is in sending end side. IL is equal to line current, VR is equal to receiving end voltage, which is the reference quantity, cos phi r receiving end power factor. In the similar manner, Vs sending end voltage, cos phi s sending end power factor. Taking receiving end voltage VR as a reference as usual. So once again, please observe the diagram carefully. So there is a two capacitance. One capacitance is in sending end side, which is called IC2. One capacitance is in receiving end side, which is called IC1. So the total capacitance is in half of capacitance. This also C1 by 2. This also C2 by 2. Half of capacitance. C1 is equal half of capacitance. C1 is equal to C by 2. C2 also C by 2. So sending end current. The IS is the sending end current, VS is the sending end voltage, VR is the receiving end voltage. So resistance, inductive reactance. R plus JXL is nothing but impedance Z. R plus JXL is nothing but impedance Z. What is the IL? IL is a line current or line current. So IR is a receiving end current. So first we draw the vector diagram. Already we know the how to draw the vector diagram. For vector diagram, first VR taken as a reference. Take VR as a reference. VR as a reference means VR at an angle 0. How can you draw the remaining currents? That's a very important. First draw the VR. So draw the IR at an angle of phi r. IR always lagging. Already I told that. Remaining cases also we taken as a lagging. First VR as a reference. Draw the IR at an angle of phi r. Here we having another two currents. What are they? Sending end current, line current. So the sending end current is the sum of IL plus IR. So please observe carefully. Sending end current is the IS. Sending end current is the IS. What are the currents are there? Remaining currents. Please see the line current IL is the sum of IC1 plus IR. The sending end current is the sum of IC2 plus IL. First remember these 2 points. So the line current is the sum of IR plus IC1. The sending end current Is is the sum of IL plus IC2. First draw the IC1 current which is nearer to the receiving end side. Draw the IC1 current. How can you draw? The charging current always 90 degrees from the reference. First you remember that one. The charging current always 90 degrees. So take IR. So charging current always 90 degrees from the, this is a reference. So VR as a reference, take IC. So VR as a reference quantity, take IC1 say 90 degrees. So next draw the IR. How can you draw the IR? Okay, already we draw the IR. Next IC1. Next draw the line current IL. So the line current is the vector sum of IR plus IC1. So this is the IR quantity. This is the IC1. The vector sum of IR plus IC1 is nothing but IL current. This is a IL current middle. In middle, this line represents IL current. First remove that one. This line represent IL current. So from this one, next one is IC2. Take IC2. How can you draw IC2 always 90 degrees? 90 degrees. That must also charging current. That's also a 90 degrees. So draw the IC2 current. You observe carefully the sending end current is the vector sum of IL plus IC2. So this is the IL middle. Middle line is a IL IC2. Both IL plus IC2 is the sending end current. This is a this line represent receiving end current. This line represent line current. This line represents sending end current. So the receiving end current having more magnitude compared to sending end current. Okay. So what is the angle difference between VR to IR? That is a phi r. VR to IR, the vector difference is a phi r. Next are the voltage drops. How can you draw the voltage drops? Here we have only one drop due to the resistance, drop due to the inductive reactance. So this drop due to line current only. This drop due to line current only. So we draw the drops always, the resistive drop always parallel to the line current middle. This middle line parallel resistive drop ILR always parallel to this middle line because the drop due to line current. So ILR, draw the ILR parallel ILR. Next, how can you draw the inductive reactive drop? Inductive reactive drop always 90 degrees from the resistive drop. Always 90 degrees from the resistive drop. Draw a line. So how can you achieve the sending end voltage? Sending end voltage is the vector sum of VR plus ILZ. So ILZ is nothing but vector sum of ILR plus ILX. Please observe carefully. The ILR, ILX is nothing but ILZ. So finally, the sending end voltage Vs is the vector sum of Vr plus ILR, ILX. That is nothing but both are ILZ. Vr plus ILZ is nothing but sending end voltage. Point O2, point C represent the sending end voltage. O2A represent the receiving end voltage. What is the phase angle difference between sending end voltage and sending end current is the phi s. Please observe carefully. Sending end voltage line and also sending end current low magnitude which have the low magnitude. Sending end voltage and sending end current phase angle is phi s. This is a vector diagram. So for drawing the vector diagram, you must take VR as a reference. From the VR, we can draw all the parameters one by one. Next one is, so how can you representation VR is equal VR at an angle 0. So because VR is taken as a reference VR plus J0. IR is equal to IR of minus phi r, always lagging. that represent both cos and sin terms IR of cos phi r minus j sin phi r. Initially, from short line and T method, both are be taken as IR will be IR of cos phi r minus j sin phi r. Next one is IC1. What is the IC1? Charging current on receiving end side. So charging current on receiving end side, how can you we calculate receiving end voltage into capacitance value? So VR into omega C by 2 at an angle 90 degrees. Why we have written at an angle 90 degrees? Charging current always leading. The voltage across charging current across the voltage is VR simply omega C by 2. Though because the capacitance is only half of capacitance lies, not full capacitance. Half capacitance is in sending end side, half capacitance is in receiving end side. So VR into omega C by 2. So that is the thing what JVR pi C. So here omega is nothing but 2 pi f, 2 cancel, we get JVR pi f c. Next one, line current IL is equal to IR plus IC1. Already we can observe in diagram. Z is equal to R plus JXL. Voltage drop in line is IL into Z. What is a Z? Total impedance, that is nothing but R plus JXL. Sending end voltage is the vector sum of receiving end voltage plus ILZ. We can observe this also. So next IC2. What is IC2? Charging current on sending end side. Sending end side, what is the voltage? Vs into omega C by 2. Again, only half of capacitance we consider. Why? Because half capacitance is in sending end side, half capacitance is in receiving end side. Vs into omega C by 2 at an angle 90 degrees. So finally what you get, JVS pi FC. Here JVR pi FC, here JVS pi FC. The sending end current IS is equal to IL plus IC2. We can observe in circuit diagram. So what is the efficiency? What is the efficiency of transmission line? Efficiency is equal to power delivered per phase by power delivered per phase plus losses per phase. Here the losses is nothing but only one impedance present. Okay, only one resistance present. Losses per phase is called IL square RL. In three phase line 3 IL square R. So what is a the power delivered VR IR cos phi r, VR IR cos phi r plus IL square R into 100. So this is a equivalent circuit for what is the purpose of equivalent circuit under no load condition. So what is the need equivalent circuit under no load condition? We want to find out VR dash for finding regulation. So what is the percentage regulation? VR dash minus VR by VR into 100. So we know the values VR and VR receiving end voltage we know, but we don't know the VR dash voltage. What is the VR dash? The receiving end voltage under no load situation. How can you we achieve the no load situation? Go to the diagram. So under no load condition means without any load. Please observe carefully, without any load. Draw the diagram. There is a R value, XL value and charging current. So without any load, this is invalid. So here current will pass just like as. So we have total impedance R, Jx and half of capacitance. So half of capacitance in VR dash without any load condition. This is a equivalent circuit without any load condition. Total voltage is Vs. This voltage is VR dash. What is the VR dash? Clearly receiving end voltage under no load condition. We can achieve this. How can you we find out VR dash is equal to apply the voltage division rule. We can get VR dash very easily. So Having calculated the sending end voltage, it is required to find out no load, receiving end voltage for regulation, keeping sending end voltage constant in magnitude. The nominal pi circuit for the reduces to figure VR for finding VR dash total voltage. What is the total voltage? Please tell me. The total voltage is nothing but Vs. So the impedance. So what is the impedance? What is the impedance? This is the impedance across VR dash. VR dash impedance minus 2j by omega c. Minus 2j by omega c. So we know the 2 pi f. So please substitute. We get, definitely we get Vs of minus 2j by omega c by total impedance. What are the total impedance? R plus jx minus j by omega c by 2. This is the VR dash value. For applying the voltage division rule, we get the VR dash is very easily. So once we know the VR dash voltage, we can find the regulation is very easily. The percentage regulation is equal to VR dash minus VR by VR into 100. So now we discuss the nominal pi method, ABCD constants. ABCD constants. So ABCD constants is a two-port network. They having two inputs or two outputs. How can we find out the ABCD constant? First, draw the circuit diagram. Already we know the circuit diagram of nominal pi method. In nominal pi method, total impedance in middle of transmission line, half of capacitance C1 is equal to half C1 is equal C by 2, C2 is equal C by 2. C1 is equal C by 2, C2 is equal C by 2. Vs is the sending end voltage, Vr is the receiving end voltage. IL, the line current IL is the vector sum of IR plus IC1. Sending end current is the vector sum of IL plus IC2. This is a line current. So here first equation is IL is equal to IR plus IC1 from the figure. So IL is equal to IR plus IC1. Next, IC1. What is the IC1? IC1 is the charging current on receiving end side. IC1 is equal to VR omega C by 2 at an angle 90 degrees. So that is nothing but JVR omega C by 2. We get VR into Y by 2. So Y by 2 is nothing but total admittance by 2, because we have only half of capacitance. Omega C by 2 is nothing but Y by 2. So IC1 is equal directly VR into Y by 2. Next one, sending and voltage. Already we discussed. Vs is equal VR plus IL into Z. What you get the IL value? Replace IL is nothing but IR plus IC1. Replace IC1 is nothing but VR into Y by 2. So take VR as a common. We get 1 plus YZ by 2 plus ZIR simply. So take VR as a common. We get 1 plus YZ by 2 plus ZIR. This simple equation. Vs is equal VR plus ILZ. Substitute IL value. IL is IR plus IC1. IC1 already we know, charging current on receiving end side. Substitute VR into Y by 2. We get Vs is equal 1 plus YZ by 2 of VR plus ZIR clearly. So next one, IC2. What is the IC2? Similar manner. IC2 is in sending end side. So that is a sending end voltage of admittance. Vs into Y by 2. Vs into Y by 2. Sending end current is equal to IL plus IC2. That is from circuit diagram. Substitute the values. IL is nothing but, substitute IL value. So what is the IL value? IR plus VR Y by 2. So what is the IL value? IL value is nothing but IR plus IC1. IC1 is nothing but VR Y by 2. Substitute directly IR plus VR Y by 2. Very good. Next one is substitute the value of So substitute IL value, and also sending and current is the sum of IL plus IC2. IC2 IL plus IC2. Substitute remaining values. IL plus IC. What is the IC2? Tell me. What is the IC2? IC2 is nothing but, so IC2 is nothing but Vs into Y by 2. So we substitute IL is nothing but IR plus VR Y by 2 clearly. Okay. What is the IC2? Vs into Y by 2. Vs into Y by 2. So what is the value of Vs? Vs is the 1 plus YZ by 2 into VR plus ZIR. Substitute this Vs value and also Y by 2 as usual. It's a very simple equation. IL, substitute IL is nothing but IR plus VR Y by 2 plus IC2 is nothing but Vs into Y by 2. Substitute Vs value and also Y by 2. Simplify the equation, take VR as a common. We get Y plus Y square Z by 2 plus 1 plus YZ by 2 of IR. We know that from basic equations, Vs is equal to AVR plus DIR, Is is equal to CVR plus DIR. From the compare the basic equations. Compare the basic equations. What is the constant A? What is the constant B? What is the constant C? What is the constant D? What are the coefficients? Tell me. VR coefficient A is equal to 1 plus YZ by 2, and also B constant B is equal to Z, C is equal to Y plus Y square Z by 2. Take Y as a common, we get Y of 1 plus YZ by 4. So constant C and constant D is equal to 1 plus YZ by. Thank you. This is a coefficients, constant A, B, C, D. Constant A is equal to D. If you find out AD minus B, BC is equal to 1. Constant A is equal to definitely the circuit. This circuit is a symmetrical. We get AD minus BC is equal to 1. So this is a reciprocal circuit. Thank you.